Good morning, and thanks a lot for being here with us today. So I'm sure it will be a very, very intense day of discussion, thoughts, proposals. And so what I'm proposing you is to start, let me say, in 10 minutes with the roundtables. Well, as you know very well, 40 days ago, with a first presentation of the methodology of this strategic vision for Tirana 2030. And as you know, we were proposing three main issues, please. So the first was the opportunity to develop a fresco. When we say a fresco, we are talking about the opportunity to imagine the future of Tirana, considering a future which is not too far and not too next. So the idea was to imagine the future of 2030 is a future that we can control nowadays. So it's a future which has a direct relation with our present action. The second product of this master plan and the charter is, as you can imagine, a list of principles and a list of rules. We think that it's very important when we have to define the future of a metropolitan environment, that means to define the future of a community of citizens, to start also from the side of the rules, of the rights, of the principle, of the values. So our goal will be to propose a list, not so many, a list of rules that we think have to run the future of all the transformations, the modifications, the process of change in this city. And then the third part of this master plan, please, next one, is an atlas. An atlas because we think that it's very important when we start to develop a master plan, not to imagine to erase, to do a kind of tabula rasa of what is happening in Tirana. We want to keep all what is going on. We want to keep all the expectation. We want to use the ambitions and the intention of, let me say, the different stakeholders, the different community groups, the different institutions, the different associations that are now intervening in the body, in the living body of the city. So the atlas is a way for us to be updated about what is happening in Tirana, but this will be also, let me say, the more pragmatic result of our work. So I was presenting this 40 days ago. Now we are in the second public session. Why the public session? Because we are all seriously interested to imagine that to develop a master plan doesn't mean to stay in one room with a technician, with the politicians, and develop by ourselves an image or a vision. No, this is not our way to work. We think that in order to develop a serious future for Tirana, we have to work together. We have to, let me say, imagine to have a continuously moment of discussion, of public debate, where we have to share, step by step, our thoughts, our considerations, our ideas on the future of Tirana. So this is a second moment. And the second moment will be quite different from the first. The first moment, as you probably remember, what was there was I was simply presenting together with the methodology of this master plan. Now we are starting to discuss the principles and the main questions that we think we have to deal when we think to the future of Tirana 2030. So that's the issue today. Basically, this is a list of questions, very, very simple and probably extremely schematic. We don't think that this question can be capable to sum up all what is about the future. It's a simple way to explain how we think we have to start with questions. Questions are very important because questions can be used to, let me say, start with a kind of collective thought on the future of Tirana. Basically, what we are proposing you to do today, and I think that just after my speech, we have like 10 minutes of rest and then we start immediately, is to imagine to split the day in two parts. First part, it's about how we can, let me say, absorb some kind of external provocation on the 10 issues, on the 10 questions that you have seen. So we have invited a bunch of experts in different fields. Part of them are from abroad, part of them are from Albania. And we will ask them, and will, let me say, listening them, talking about some specific, let me say, values and possible future related to the specific 10 questions that I showed you just a moment ago. So the first part of this day, I think more or less until 1 p.m. will be about, let me say, the opportunity to listen some, let me say, kind of window on the future developed by local and foreign experts. But just after that, immediately after that, starting at 2 p.m., we want to start with the roundtables. And roundtables will be the, let me say, the main part of this working day. And we want you, we are asking you, and we are really happy that you are here with us, to let me subdivide you into the 10 tables, which are 10 issues about the future of the city. And for each table, our proposal is start to imagine to produce 3 lists. One list is about, let me say, the values, the resources related to any specific issue. The second list is about the problems that you think are more evident, but you had to face. You think that priorities in terms of problems. The main question that the city is now posing to who is trying to develop its future. And the third list is about the proposals, the strategies, the projects. So I repeat, one list is about the values. The second list is about the problems, the difficulties. And the third list is about the proposal and the project. So we are extremely interested to involve you all in the production of these 3 lists. Next one, please. Next one, please. Okay, now there is simply a very, very short sequence of slides. You can go one by one just to show the different issue of the different tables. You can go one by one, please. And what we want to do is at the end of the day to gather the result of every roundtable. We will have the time to work on that in the next days. And what we really want is to involve you also in the elaboration of the result of this working day. So we will use all the tools that the communications, the web have put at disposition. So we have, as you know, we have a website where we are, let me say, following the cumulative process of knowledge about the future of Tirana and broadcasting it. So that's what we wanted to stop here. Thank you so much. So first of all, I really thank you for being here with us. I think we really can start in 10 minutes. And please, I simply ask you to be extremely direct today in your doubts, in putting your problem and your issue and your question on the tables directly, in an explicit way. And also trying to use the time that you have to, let me say, make your idea on the future of Tirana the most explicit and public you can. Thank you so much for your presence.